The concept of traveling the universe has fascinated mankind for centuries. With today's technology, traveling to different planets within our own solar system has become a reality. But what about beyond our solar system? Is it even possible to travel long distances in space without the need for cryogenic sleep or light-speed travel? Enter the warp engine, a theoretical propulsion system that has been a mainstay in science fiction for decades. The concept behind the warp engine is simple. Instead of traveling through space, you warp space around you, essentially creating a bubble in which you can travel faster than the speed of light. This idea was first proposed by physicist Miguel Alcubierre in 1994. His theory involves compressing spacetime in front of a spacecraft while expanding it behind the craft, much like a wave. The spacecraft would then ride the wave in the direction of its destination, essentially making the space in front of it shorter and the space behind it longer. But how exactly does this work? The concept is rooted in Einstein's theory of general relativity, which states that massive objects like planets and stars warp the fabric of spacetime. This means that the closer you are to a massive object, the slower time goes. The idea behind the warp engine is to simulate this effect artificially by creating a small bubble of warped spacetime around the spacecraft. Of course, this is all purely theoretical at this point. There are several challenges to creating a working warp engine, including the fact that the amount of energy required to warp space is currently beyond our technology. Additionally, the amount of mass required to create a warp bubble would be immense, making it impractical for use in smaller spacecraft. Despite these challenges, the concept of the warp engine has captured the imagination of scientists and science fiction fans alike. Hey guys! I came here in the middle of the video, asking you to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, because there is a lot of special content every day. Keep watching. Overall, the idea of the warp engine remains an exciting and promising prospect in the field of interstellar travel. While it may still be several years or even decades before we see a working prototype, the potential benefits of such a propulsion system are enormous. It could open up a whole new era of space exploration and allow us to finally fulfill mankind's age-old dream of traveling the universe. Despite the fact that the warp engine relies heavily on theoretical physics and cutting-edge technology, it has received an enormous amount of attention over the last few decades. In fact, several fictional works, such as Star Trek and Star Wars, have featured the warp engine prominently in their stories, which has only helped to increase public interest in the subject. The idea of space travel using a warp engine has even inspired a number of scientific research projects in recent years. For example, a team of scientists at the University of Alabama have been working on a device called the Warp Field Interferometer, which is designed to detect the minuscule amount of energy that would be required to create a bubble of warped spacetime. Another group of scientists at the University of Rochester have suggested that it may be possible to create a miniature version of the warp engine using extremely high-frequency lasers. According to their calculations, a spacecraft equipped with this type of engine could theoretically travel at speeds of up to 100 million miles per hour. While these ideas are still in the realm of theory and speculation, the fact that they are being taken seriously by the scientific community is evidence of the growing interest in the concept of the warp engine. And while we may never achieve truly faster-than-light travel, the idea of being able to explore the galaxy in a matter of weeks or months is still an incredibly exciting prospect.